Welcome back to Elderly, Live and Be Full, where we will walk through old age together in a steady, healthy, and meaningful way. Old age is not the end of life, but a new chapter where we can slow down, love more, and take care of ourselves more deeply. But to fully enjoy these golden years, we need to take care of our health, not only for our bodies, but also for our souls. Have you ever felt like you are not as healthy as before? Your body gets tired easily, your limbs become weaker, and simple things like walking up the stairs become difficult? That is not unusual, but a sign that your body needs love and recovery. On the journey to a healthy life, everyone can start with small things. A nutritious meal, a good night's sleep, a morning walk to breathe fresh air. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or 90s, you can still rebuild your muscles, improve your health, and live a full and happy life. In today's video, we'll explore scientifically proven secrets, intimate and honest sharing, so that each day you feel healthier, stronger, and most importantly, you know you're not alone on this journey. Let's get started. 1. Why is morning important for the elderly? After going through the busy years of life, morning is no longer a rush. It becomes a precious moment of silence, to listen to your body, feel the world around you, and welcome a new day with peace of mind. Morning, a meaningful starting moment. No one can change the past, but every morning when we wake up, we have the opportunity to continue writing the future. Whether we are 60, 70, or 80 years old, every morning is a gift. It reminds us that we are still present in this life, can still laugh, love, and live a useful life. Morning is when the mind is most alert and quiet. Instead of turning on the TV or picking up the phone right away, take a few minutes to sit still, close your eyes, feel your heartbeat, your breathing. Just a few minutes, but it will help the mind reset, relax, and be ready for an energetic day. Morning, the ideal time to nourish health. For the elderly, health is the most precious thing. After a long night of rest, the organs in the body begin to function again. This is when the internal organs need water, the muscles need to move, and the brain needs oxygen. Simple things like drinking a glass of warm water, stretching gently, walking around the house are the lubricants for the entire biological system. Many studies show that people who maintain light exercise in the morning will have more stable blood pressure, sleep better at night, and especially have less bone and joint pain. Breakfast, the golden key to healthy old age. Many elderly people often skip breakfast because they don't feel hungry. But that is a habit that should be changed, because breakfast provides the first energy after 8 to 10 hours of empty body. If you skip meals, the elderly are susceptible to hypoglycemia, dizziness, fatigue, and lack of vitality. A nutritious, light breakfast such as oatmeal, boiled eggs, bananas, walnuts, or a cup of hot milk will help the body function effectively, stabilize blood sugar, and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and degenerative muscle disease. Breakfast is also a time for the family to gather and ask each other questions. A meal that not only nourishes the body, but also nurtures feelings and bonds. Morning, medicine for the spirit. Fresh morning air acts as a natural sedative. A few minutes of meditation, breathing exercises, or walking in the garden can help dispel anxiety, relieve stress, and bring peace of mind. For the elderly, positive emotions at the beginning of the day are the seeds for a happy day. A good mood helps you eat better, sleep more deeply, and especially reduces the risk of depression in old age. Remember, morning is not just for waking up, but for reviving with passion, hope, and optimism. Morning, the ideal time to train your memory. Old age often comes with memory loss, but if every morning we spend a few minutes reading, writing in a diary, listening to a favorite song, or learning something new, the brain will be stimulated to work more effectively. The habit of being creative or thinking lightly in the morning is a simple way to maintain long-term memory. limit Alzheimer's disease, and keep the mind clear until old age. Morning, the moment of gratitude and love of life. A beautiful morning is when we wake up without pain. The heart still beats rhythmically. The eyes can still see the light clearly, and the limbs are still flexible. These are seemingly small things, but in fact they are miracles that life gives. Stop for a moment in the morning to say thank you to yourself, to life. Gratitude every day will help our souls open, our hearts be peaceful, and our lives become more complete. Summary: morning. It seems to be just the beginning of a day, but it is the foundation of health and spirit in the elderly. Whoever knows how to appreciate the morning, that person will know how to love himself and cherish every remaining day of his life. Make morning the most favorite time, where you are reborn every day, where old age becomes full of vitality, where life, though simple, is always as beautiful as a melodious song. 2. Morning habits to maintain. The key to a healthy life every day in old age. Old age is the stage when the body and mind begin to change over time. Although we have gone through years of hard work and busyness, this is a precious time for us to slow down, love ourselves more, and take care of every little thing in life, especially in the morning. A good morning is not simply when the sun rises, but is the beginning of a healthy, positive, and fulfilling day. Let's explore simple but extremely important morning habits that the elderly should maintain regularly every day to maintain sustainable physical and mental health. Wake up at a fixed time. Maintain a stable biological rhythm. Maintaining the habit of waking up at the same time every day will help the body's biological clock work more rhythmically. Don't wake up too late or too early. Choose a time that suits your body, usually from 5:30 to 6:30 a.m. After waking up, don't rush to sit up, but lie down and relax for a few minutes. Breathe deeply, stretch, gently rotate your wrists and ankles. This helps blood circulation, avoids dizziness, and limits falls, especially for the elderly. Drink a glass of warm water. Awaken the body's energy. A glass of warm water in the morning is simple, but extremely necessary. It helps activate the digestive system, cleans the intestines, and replenishes the water lost during sleep. If you don't have stomach problems or diabetes, you can add a few drops of lemon or a little honey to help gently detoxify. This is the first step to starting a new day more gently and healthily. Gentle exercise, awakening bones and muscles. Whether it's walking around the house, doing Tai Chi, or some light yoga, morning exercise will help your body become more flexible, reduce stiffness, increase blood circulation, and is especially useful in preventing muscle loss. Just 15 to 20 minutes every morning, you will feel a clear difference, from a more alert mind to reducing the aches and pains that often occur in old age. Eat breakfast on time and with enough nutrients, the most important meal of the day. Older people often make the mistake of eating breakfast hastily or skipping meals. But in fact, breakfast is when the body needs energy to function all day. An ideal breakfast should include good starch, porridge, whole wheat bread, sweet potatoes, etc. Protein, boiled eggs, tofu, milk, etc. Green vegetables or fruits, bananas, avocados, boiled vegetables, etc. A little good fat, nuts, olive oil, etc. Avoid fried foods, foods that are too salty or sweet. Eat slowly, in a quiet space, and preferably with loved ones to make the meal warmer and more enjoyable. Breathe fresh air. Meet the early morning sunlight. Morning is when the air is freshest. Open the window, step out onto the balcony or yard to breathe, and welcome the early morning sunlight to increase vitamin D synthesis, supporting calcium absorption and preventing osteoporosis. Early morning sunlight also helps regulate the biological clock and improve mood. Just 10 to 15 minutes of exposure to sunlight every morning is a precious gift for bones and spirit. Take time for your mind. Keep your mind sharp. Morning is a quiet time, suitable for you to read a book, write a few lines in your diary, listen to some soft music, or meditate. These activities are simple but help reduce stress, maintain memory, and calm the mind, which is very important to prevent dementia in the elderly. Self-care. Love yourself. Start the new day with self-care. Wash your face, brush your teeth, change into clean clothes, and comb your hair neatly. This will not only make you feel comfortable, but also remind you that no matter how old you are, you still deserve to be appreciated and loved by yourself first. Make a note of your work or small goals for today. Whether you are retired or living a leisurely life, making small plans for each day such as watering the plants, calling an old friend, making a favorite dish, also brings a sense of initiative and meaning. This is especially good for keeping your mind active and your life purposeful. Talk to your loved ones. Connect with love. If possible, take a few minutes in the morning to have a meal with your loved ones. Share your feelings or simply ask each other questions. That connection is the best spiritual medicine for the elderly, helping to reduce loneliness, increase happiness, and prolong life. Bell conclusion. Every morning is a new beginning. Morning is not only when the sun rises, but also when you can refresh yourself. Small habits such as waking up early, drinking warm water, doing light exercise, eating scientifically, taking care of yourself, and keeping a positive mind are free but effective medicines for the health of old age. No matter how old you are, every morning you open your eyes is a great opportunity to love yourself more. 3. Important notes. Don't miss these when starting a new morning. Although morning habits bring many benefits, the elderly still need to pay attention to a few things to ensure safety and effectiveness. Do not get up too quickly after waking up. The body often slows down in circulation after a night of rest. If you sit up suddenly, you may feel dizzy, lose balance, and fall easily. Lie still for a few minutes, take deep breaths, and rotate your joints gently before slowly sitting up. Listen to your body. Do not force yourself. If you feel tired, sleepy, dizzy, or have unusual pain, do not try to exercise or do heavy activities. Prioritize rest and inform your loved ones. Stability and listening to your body are always more important than rigid discipline. Choose exercises that are suitable for your physical condition. Not everyone needs to run or do difficult exercises. For the elderly, just a few stretches, shoulder rotations, and light walking around the house can help the joints to warm up effectively. Always start from light, gradually increasing according to your own ability. Eat breakfast on time. Avoid being too full or too hungry. Some elderly people eat too late or only drink water without eating anything, causing blood sugar to suddenly drop, making them easily tired. On the contrary, eating too much slows down digestion, making them sleepy all day. Eat enough, on time. Choose foods that are easy to digest and rich in nutrients. Consult your doctor if you are being treated for a disease. If you are taking medication, have underlying diseases such as diabetes, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, or cardiovascular disease, you should talk to your doctor to build a suitable morning routine. Each person has a different physical condition. Do not apply a stereotype. Keep a light mood. Don't rush. Morning is not a race against time, but a time to feel life. Don't rush to turn on the TV. Don't open your phone to read negative news. Choose to listen to some soft music. Open the window to let in the sunlight, or simply sit still and smile to yourself. A peaceful morning, a meaningful day. People say, morning shapes the whole day. For the elderly, each peaceful, gentle, and purposeful morning is a gift for health and joy of life. Start today. No need to be perfect. Just be persistent and listen to yourself. 4. Surprising benefits after a time. Nothing changes overnight. But if seniors consistently maintain healthy morning habits, even for just 15 to 30 minutes a day, The results can surprise you after a short time. First of all, energy levels are more stable throughout the day. There is no longer a feeling of fatigue or lethargy in the middle of the morning. Instead, the body becomes more flexible, the mind is clearer, helping you do everything more easily and happily. Next is a marked improvement in sleep. When you start the day properly, your circadian rhythm is properly adjusted, helping you sleep more deeply at night. Many seniors share that after a few weeks of maintaining morning habits, such as light walking, deep breathing, and eating breakfast properly, they sleep better without the need for medication. Not only physically, but mentally, they also change significantly. Mood is more cheerful, stress and anxiety are reduced. Feelings of boredom or loneliness are gradually replaced by excitement and small joys every morning. A cup of fragrant tea, a few minutes of reading, or simply the sunlight through the window. These seemingly small things have great power in restoring the spirit and improving the quality of life. After about 3 to 4 weeks of regular maintenance, blood pressure, blood sugar, and digestion also begin to stabilize. Many people even reduce the dose of medication prescribed by their doctor thanks to improving their daily lifestyle. Especially for seniors living alone, morning habits become a spiritual support. It's a time for yourself to care for, love, and reconnect with your body. And the best part is, it's a feeling of self-reliance and confidence. When you feel your health gradually recovering, when your steps become lighter, when you can cook for yourself, tend to your plants, or call your loved ones with a big smile, that's the most beautiful reward that morning brings. 5. Supplementing vitamins and natural herbs. As we age, our bodies are no longer able to absorb nutrients as well as before. No matter how complete our daily diet is, the elderly may still lack some important micronutrients. Therefore, supplementing vitamins and natural herbs becomes a morning habit that brings many unexpected benefits, if done properly and scientifically. First, let's talk about vitamin D, an indispensable companion for the elderly. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium better, thereby maintaining bone density and preventing osteoporosis, a common disease in people over 60 years old. Vitamin D supplementation can be done through early morning sunlight or pills as prescribed by a doctor. Next is vitamin B12, which supports the nervous system, enhances memory and concentration. B12 is often deficient in the elderly due to poor absorption over time. Regular B12 supplementation in the morning can help keep the mind sharp, increase alertness, and improve mood throughout the day. In addition, omega-3 is a good fatty acid that supports the cardiovascular system, reduces inflammation, and enhances brain activity. Omega-3 can be found in fish oil or nuts such as walnuts and flax seeds. An omega-3 capsule in the morning is a gentle but effective way to take care of the heart. In addition to vitamins, natural herbs are also great choices. Ginseng, cordyceps, turmeric, ginger, garlic, cinnamon are all valuable medicines that help increase resistance, improve blood circulation, and reduce inflammation. A cup of turmeric tea or ginger tea every morning not only warms the body, but also gently starts the digestive system, reduces pain, and helps the mind relax. However, it is important not to take too much or combine too many types. Elderly people should consult a doctor or nutritionist to choose the right type for their current health condition. Maintaining the habit of taking vitamins and herbs in the morning is like nourishing the body's machine. After a night's rest, you start the new day with something gentle, safe, and nourishing from the inside. And after a while, you will feel the change from fresher skin, a more comfortable digestive system, to a more peaceful mind every day. 6. Emotional care, morning of joy. A morning is not only a physical start, but also a great time to nurture emotions, something that many people often forget when entering old age. After a good night's sleep, The souls of the elderly also need to be awakened with warmth, gentleness, and positivity. And taking care of emotions every morning is the key to help live more peacefully, youthfully, and happily every day. When we are young, we often rush to start a new day with dozens of jobs and responsibilities. But when we are old, the morning becomes a precious moment to enjoy ourselves. A soft music playing, a cup of hot tea, a few notes in a notebook. Just that is enough to make the heart feel light and the spirit relaxed. It is an emotional medicine that is inexpensive but priceless. The habit of gratitude every morning is one of the important secrets to help the elderly live more positively. Take a few minutes to think of 3 things you are grateful for. Maybe good health, family nearby, or simply the warm sunshine outside the window. Focusing on the good things helps the brain secrete serotonin, a neurotransmitter that creates joy and optimism. Writing a diary or reading inspirational books is also a great way to take care of your spirit. When you put pen to paper to write a few lines about life, sincere feelings are released, helping to stabilize your mood and avoid feelings of loneliness and emptiness. In particular, if possible, start the morning with a short call to a loved one, or a few words to ask about your partner. A loving connection at the beginning of the day warms the heart, making us feel that we are not alone. Jokes, a few old memories, or small words of encouragement can all brighten up the mood for the whole day. For the elderly, emotions are no longer a passing thing, but a key factor in determining overall health. A morning that brings joy will lead to a gentle day, help the mind to be alert, improve memory, and prevent disorders such as depression and anxiety in old age. So, never take your emotions lightly every morning. Take care of them like you would a flower pot. Water them with gratitude, sunshine with loving words, and cool breeze with inner peace. That is the morning of joy, gentle but powerful. 7. Recognize and be grateful. 3 minutes every morning. Old age sometimes slows down, becomes quieter, and it is in that silence that we have the opportunity to look deep into our inner self, realizing things that seem small but are full of meaning. Every morning, just spend 3 minutes, no more, to acknowledge and be grateful. You have given yourself a priceless spiritual gift. You may think, what's the use of being grateful? But science and real life have proven people who regularly practice gratitude will be happier, less stressed, and have better health. When you thank life for positive things, even if it's just the sound of birds chirping on the porch, a cup of fragrant tea, or sunlight through the window, your mind becomes more peaceful, and your body also responds with positive signals. Try every morning, after waking up, sit still for a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and think of 3 things you are grateful for in your life. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe your children and grandchildren still call to ask how you are, you can still walk, or simply that the weather is nice today. Write those 3 things down in a small notebook, and keep that habit every day. If you don't have time to write, just say to yourself or silently, "Today I am grateful that I am healthy. I am grateful that I have a roof over my head. I am grateful that I have another day to live." 3 minutes every morning. Just 180 seconds, but it opens up an inner world full of love and positivity. It helps you look at life more gently, worry less, and live with an open heart. Those positive thoughts are like cool water irrigating your spiritual garden, so that each day begins with peace and contentment. For the elderly, gratitude is not only an attitude in life, but also an effective medicine to nourish the mind. Just as a tree branch, when cared for with sunlight and cool water, will grow healthy, so our soul, if nourished with gratitude, will radiate a strong vitality, regardless of time. Don't take 3 minutes every morning lightly. Start today, my friend. Put a small notebook next to your bed. Write a few lines of gratitude, or simply whisper to yourself, because every moment of gratitude is a step closer to a life of leisure, joy, and love. Summary: old age does not mean slowing down, weakening, or giving up. On the contrary, it can be a time when you live more meaningfully, more deeply and truly connect with yourself. Morning habits, seemingly small, are the golden key to opening a new day full of vitality, a strong spirit, and a happy heart. Remember, just by taking the time to take care of yourself every morning, from waking up early, doing light exercise, eating properly, to acknowledging gratitude or simply smiling, you are proactively creating a quality, healthy, and joyful old age. Don't wait for a miracle. You are the one who creates that miracle every day, starting with simple but right choices. Backhand index pointing right if you find today's video useful. Don't forget to like, share with friends or relatives of the same age, to spread this positive message to many people. Backhand index pointing right, and don't forget to subscribe to the Elderly channel. Live and be full so you don't miss the next videos, where we always accompany, listen, and bring values exclusively for the elderly. Old age is not the end, but the beautiful music of life. Slow down a little, love more, and start the new day with all the best things for yourself. You deserve a healthy, peaceful, and radiant life every day.